What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back for another episode of the Why I'm Geeked show. Episode, I don't even know. Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Pretty sleepy. I was running off like 2 Red Bulls today. I tried that Red Bull
Dang,
Zero.
two?
Yeah, too.
Hey,
I think it was Red Bull Zero. It's kind of like the normal Red Bull can, but it's like a
colorful.
light blue, like extra
Yeah.
light blue. Uh, doesn't really taste as Red Bull as normal.
Mm.
I won't say it's bad, but it's definitely a different feeling. But it got me through the day. I'm barely making it through this podcast, but I think I got enough energy for some House of the Dragon. But how you doing, G?
Stuffed up, bro. That was
That's
going
not.
crazy.
As soon as you started talking, I was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah. Nah, it's not. It's just allergies, bro. Like, every time I cut the grass, like, lingers for the next 3 days, bro. To the weekend. And the weekend, I'm fine. But some days are worse than others. So yeah, if I sound weird, that's why. If I'm touching my eyes, that's why. I said this last week too. It's that time of year, bro. But other than that, I'm doing good, man. Got my 10,000 steps in today because I tweaked my back, bro.
Oh,
Tweaked my back. Not even in the workout. I finished the workout fine. Woke up. I said, "Oh, I can't move."
oh,
So like, I knew what I had did. I just overeat. Like, I was doing RDLs and I just went over. I bent down too far, essentially, with too much weight, and it was like because it was the first time I did it with like that's not on the Smith machine, long time. And I was just like feeling great, and I was just like going crazy.
watching
Yeah,
too much Baki.
they don't even lift weights in Baki, bro. They just built different in
No.
that job.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
All they
That's
be
actually.
doing is stance training, bro. They be showing a
Oh,
couple
that's
moves,
crazy.
and they be doing it for like hours, and it just
No, they
like,
lift weights on the side.
yeah, nah, they already lifted all the weights, bro. They did it before the show started, but yeah. So I've been just nursing that, not really doing too much lifting, and I'm feeling better, but it's
That's what's
definitely
up.
been a thing. I'm like, man, as soon as I was getting my groove, you know, got the new stuff in the gym, trying it, that's the, but that's besides the point. Today, we're back on House of the Dragon after a week break because we have some other stuff to talk about. So we got 2 episodes to cover, episode 3 and 4, and I really enjoyed watching these joints back to back because I didn't watch the third episode when it initially came out, so I was able to watch these joints
Okay.
relatively close together. Um, and the first thing that I want to say, usually I start out asking you a question, but today I want to make a statement, bro. Today I want to make a statement, and that statement is House of the Dragon is finally in their bag, bro, because this hostile CEO takeover is what I've been waiting for, and the thing that I miss most from Game of Thrones as far as season power, trying to keep power, and just not feeling like the game has already either been won or lost. In this last 2 episodes, I feel like we've had the most amount of, maybe let me not say most, but like just the amount of uncertainty along with like moves being made by different players on the table. And that's what has me the most hype for however long this season ends up going. But that's my opening statement, Chris. How are you feeling after 2 episodes? Because we got a lot that we can talk about. Let's say that.
It's gonna be a fun episode because I was a little sleepy on both these episodes.
Mm.
It definitely is just like a come down, and both episodes. You know what? I'll only speak on episode 4. Episode
Mm-hmm.
4 is very meaty on the intrigue, moving pieces, getting everything in position. Kind of setting up the family dynamic of everyone, where everyone's standing, and that one was very Games of Thrones esque, where we're just moving a lot of pieces
Mm-hmm.
to get these new characters right, get these new high towers in order, what's the real plan, and how we're gonna ultimately end up this season. And even some bigger surprises that I don't know how this is gonna get developed quickly, but some shocking things. So I was a little sleepy because it was very dialogue heavy,
Yeah.
uh, very much like, okay, what are we trying to accomplish left and right?
Yeah.
Um, for the last 2 episodes, but especially for episode 4. So,
Yeah. What was the thing that surprised you the most?
mm, I mean, it surprised me just because like the whole what's his name?
Yeah, Darren.
Darren?
Yeah.
D- Uh like I don't know. I was just like, it just ain't no way it's just gonna be like
A
that's not
body double.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was just like, it is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we really finessing them. So kind of like seeing him develop, and it just felt like, dang, we're really gonna make another character kind of like more important at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
When I believe on the podcast, I was like, okay, now we're setting up. Now we're on the throne, and then we're gonna get like one last like push. But like
Mm-hmm.
this narrative, I just didn't expect it because it seems like a very important character.
Yeah. It's a
Like
forgotten character. To be honest.
yeah, and what they Ormond is trying to set him up to be is like, nah, it's not just gonna be you on the throne. You gotta get rid of like your brothers too,
Mm-hmm.
like the rest of your family, uh, like pretty
Yeah.
much all Targaryens about to be gone if this dude gets on the throne. So it
It's
was like,
tainted blood. That's how he
yeah.
described it.
So it
Yeah.
surprising to me was just like, dang, we're really introducing someone that I didn't expect to be like uh like a threat at this point in time. I thought we were gonna get more Damon and uh
Mm-hmm.
Rhaenyra, or just like some wrap up storylines to finish it up and be like, okay, that's a cool season. This is now building up to, we got one more push for the throne.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I really enjoyed that part of the story too, because having like Ormond pop up as this like random Hightower at first, as like somebody just who has marching orders essentially, um, and him looking very important, and then ends up becoming a mini Otto, with a
Yeah, them high
like
towers. Mm.
yeah, like it seems like there's always something as soon as you don't think that there's anything left that they can pull, you know, they've been raising up a Targaryen to be a Hightower. Full stop.
Ambitious.
Yeah. So that was definitely surprising. But the most surprising thing to me was something that we had pondered on the previous episode, and that was Damon's choice to lie to Rhaenyra and everybody else in the realm to save his daughter, and possibly like just keep the quote unquote keep the peace.
Good guy,
Just
Damon.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't think he had that in him. I thought he was gonna be ruthless. I thought that it was gonna be more of a situation initially when we saw that sheep herder after uh, Lady what's her name? Lady Rhaena and Sheep Slither left to God knows where they went. But
Live in the cave
mhm,
together forever.
yeah. I thought that was just gonna be a situation where it was like, nobody, no crime, or like, no witnesses. Not necessarily like, oh, this is the person I'm gonna frame as the person who was riding sheep stealer. Because there's still so many questions that Rhaenyra probably has to ask, but doesn't necessarily have the time to. Um, as far as like her trying to get her house in order, or her kingdom in order, say. Um, and then also just Raina's state when she left, like she was looking crazy, bro. And I don't know if she'll ever be able to find, you know, an inner peace, but the more and more connected you are with a dragon seems to be uh they almost become like one in a sense, you know. And you could see that not only just with the short time that she has had Sheepsilla, where he like Sheepsilla feels very protective over her, you know, for obvious reasons. Um, but also with Darren and his young dragon, it was like he's showing affection
Carry
and
on.
mm-hmm, and and as soon as like, you know, Ormond pops up and talks about just says some slick stuff, he ready to fire off on him, you
We
know?
don't like
So
dragons. I was like, bro, this
yeah,
guy.
yeah. So um that like those two conversations to me were very surprising as far as like, okay, now we know clearly where the lines are being drawn for something that'll possibly happen in the future, something that's going to pop up directly in their future. Um, with seeing if Darren is really going to become as ruthless as Ormond or his brothers, and like, does anybody in the show have a heart for real? So that's what I would say. But did you were you surprised at Damon's actions?
No, because he gave her options though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of gave her options and went with, all right, let's go with the one that kind of, you know, it's not really an action. It's more of like a, if they buy it, cool, everything's keeps a peace. But even if we get discovered later, um, oh well, I can kind of be like, you weren't in a state to deal with the truth at that time, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
and the
so
money
they,
bag didn't hurt either. On top of
yeah,
that, but he brought the bag home. He brought back the bacon
yeah.
and some charred sheep herder.
But he was looking
um,
rough. I will say that.
yeah,
Dang.
yeah. It's just like what has she seen outside of, you know, like she was just ready to be like, yep, this is it. This is all I get now. Like I thought that meant she was gonna stay
Didn't
in
he
the
give her
stadium.
option to just go to Pentos or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
like
so
get on the
it's just
ship and inevitably go there. But it's just like nah, like her whole conversation about just being lonely, being the only one that don't got a dragon. I was like, dang, that's tough. Cause it's like, how are you lonely? You got a big old family like that, you know? So like, but it's a different type of companionship that she could speak to. And even you know, in her father's eyes, he couldn't really refute it either. It's like, I mean, you're not wrong, you
mm,
know. But it might have been different if like her mother was still here or like things like that where it's like she ain't had the best life ever. So it's just
yeah.
that like this is the one thing she got, you know, that she wanted forever. And it's like I'm
Whether
gonna
you want
take
that
all
stuff.
advantage of it, you
Yeah.
know, regardless of like, and it's probably just the safest option, to be honest, until, you know, where you can guarantee a level of safety.
I've been on that ship.
Um,
I'm gone, y'all. I done messed up. You right. I'm really living in this cave. It's time for me to get out of here.
I don't know what I would do, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Cause I don't like, was it her fault? Sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, she was just trying to help, you know?
Yeah.
And she was not the one that actually pulled, I was gonna say the trigger, but released the bow, you know? But Rhaenyra ain't trying to hear none of that right now anyway. So, um, next question I had to you, for
Mm.
you, um, after this is more so for episode 3, was Rhaenyra's decision to basically fire everybody staff. Do you feel like that was a smart decision based on, man, smart might not be the right word, but just based on um, her situation? And I mean, it would have took them a minute to get there anyway from Dragonstone. But do you think that was the right way to go about starting her new, you know, reign, or do you think that was just petty?
I mean, it's petty, but I kind of feel I don't know. I feel like they put her in such a weird spot right now in this season. And at first, I felt
Mhm.
like, okay, no, it's just a natural shock that we're going from fighting to now you're, you know,
Trying to rule.
trying to rule.
Yeah.
It just feels like, oh, this is how stuff goes wrong so easily.
Mhm.
Just everything could have been so easy, but now we're just seeing these little cracks in how it's just things are gonna fall apart easily, and just why this throne is hard to
To keep.
control all the time.
Mhm.
Because it feels story-esque, but it's just kinda like, yeah, that this is most likely a mistake, and it might not feel like it in the moment or feels like, "Oh, I should do this." Um, but yeah, I don't know, it just feels like you should've just kept riding with the party, you know?
Yeah. I disagree. I'm keep it a buck. I like that the fact that, she keeps the one she can close, but every every turn, every situation, scenario, they proved once and once again that they don't believe in her, bro. They didn't believe in her decision making. They didn't believe they was behind her and they was trying to advise her, but anytime it came to like something that, you know, somebody's gonna have to, bite the bullet and make the decision, it was never really with her on her side. And I think that the people that she was able to keep, um, Assyria and Damon, uh, are two people that I'm just like, okay, Damon's still a wild card for sure, but Masseria definitely is like on her side, you know, and I just think like with the tension so high amongst everybody in the kingdom, with you taking the throne in the way that you did, you're better off moving with speed than not moving at all because you got so many people in your ear. You know what I'm saying? Just like that don't respect your authority in the way that they should. So, um, because like to me that was the biggest thing that was screaming off the screen, with all the rats that was everywhere. And I'm like, yo, you inherited a pigsty, bro. Like, I don't think anybody could have, expected to find the city in the way that they did, and being able to just like turn it around just like that in, a few short days. So that's when I felt like, okay, like now this is gonna be a this isn't gonna be a quick turnaround, but this is gonna be something where we're gonna be able to see what her true leadership style is going to be, because that's something that she has been preparing for and trying to figure out since she was a kid, because she saw the way that her father ruled, she saw the way that Otto handled everybody as the head, and obviously she's had her own difficulties as well. So trying to figure out what kind of queen she gonna be, I think is a very interesting take, while also seeing a separate character being groomed to become something even probably wilder, as like another usurper in a sense. So it's like the clock is ticking, especially with the fact knowing the fact that the church, is not rocking with you because they on Team Hightower. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she's not team, uh, what are they, Gods of the Seven or whatever?
Yeah.
She she's not on that, and we already kinda know how important, that is to that city, and
Hmm.
it's just kinda like I just feel like some of these moves are not moves that get you in the best light, and,
Yeah.
even
We
those
saw
people
that.
that aren't always having your back the whole time, like,
Hmm.
you swap them in and out for what you think's best is not always, uh, like you being right all the time, you know?
Yeah.
it's kind of like, yeah, they don't always rock with my vision, but like this is the moment where you gotta be 100% right, and I feel like all of how she feels like she should rule is
Hmm.
all coming back to bite her like really rapidly to the point where I mean she completely has lost what's his name
Corliss.
uh yeah, Corliss.
Yeah. But he
Like,
put somebody in his stead though.
yeah, but we know what this truly means because it's just kind of like they had. I'm not sure if they had it uh in the city. I thought it was in the other city. The Queen of the Bastards
Yeah.
signs.
Hmm.
Was that in
I was in King's Landing.
I was in King's Landing. Like
Hmm.
it's just like, bro, we need to come up with a better way to transition this.
But what
So
do
it's
you
like,
expect though?
no, because pretty much what I'm saying is like she has a vision on how she wants it to be immediately,
Yeah.
and I feel like, wow, that's good.
It
That's
sound
good. And
good.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
those people that are like, no, we're not gonna do it that way. Like
Hmm.
that are completely against your vision because they know it's not gonna come off great initially. Like
Yeah.
so it's just I just kind of feel like I get it. You're trying to instill the right people that are trying to push your agenda, but
Hmm.
it feels like these are where cracks come. Where boom, brand new regime. Dang, I don't like none of this. They some hypocrites, or they're trying
Right.
to be for the people, but they're not for the people. The other people weren't for the people at all, but at least they knew that. They was like, hey, we peasants,
Hmm.
what you want the kid, what do you want the crown and them to do? You know, it's kind of like you gotta figure out um where you're gonna bend the knee and not, and it kind of feels like she just wants to be this just ruler of the people, and
Hmm.
you know,
Well, you think she's not, her awareness, her self awareness is off. You think? Because if that's the case, then maybe she should, listen to Damon a little bit more as far as
so
how to handle stuff.
yeah, Damon's pretty harsh though.
Right. But
Like,
I'm saying
like
like it
all I'm
will be
saying is like she
effective.
could have had more. She could have had more where it's like even with Damon, she's kind of telling Damon like, "Nah, we got to do it like this,"
Hmm.
and Damon still feels like, "All right, well,
Well, so like reason why I say that is because um when there's any kind of like regime change, there's always going to be, defectors, right? And we get to see in episode 4 how they handle that. You know, they ran up in that area where somebody had wrote it on their wall and went crazy. So you got to establish, um, your dominance or whatever. But uh, reason why I bring it up is because if we look at Otto and his tenure, look how long it took for the infrastructure that he was able to place to steal the crown from Rhaenyra.
mm,
And the amount of time and amount of people and amount of, planning that he had the luxury to do from the background, you know what I'm saying? To the point where he was able to get Aemon and Aegon on the throne. So
uh-huh.
in Rhaenyra's case, she doesn't have that luxury because she's getting it off of a war, not off of a peacetime. So the methods, to me, uh, were never going to be like straightforward. What Corliss's, counsel probably have helped, uh, in like as her hand, yeah. But he's no longer nowhere near in a better state than she is right now after losing everything.
Yeah,"
So
which is
like,
kind of like the point of it. Just makes it feel like overall where these are where cracks are in
mhm. The
trying to reign
stagnation is death,
way.
though. You don't do nothing, then you're just stuck. You know?
Yeah, but it's kind of like she's trying to make everything exactly how she wants it to be,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's leaving like allies looking at you left and right, like we done
Yeah.
got you here. Like
Because
even during the war, it was kind of like, are we really doing this? It's like it's a risk to even be on her side, to the point where it's like, man, why do you're at the point where like, why are we even on the queen's side? Like you see, like it can happen so quick. Of yeah, we put Rhaenyra back onto the throne, and she's trying to run it this way, and no one likes it. My house got ruined for this war, and we're not benefiting from it. Why did we even go through with this? And then the
mm-hmm.
Hightower can just swoop back in and say, "This is why we just go back to normal." Let's just go back to normal. Get her up out of there. They weren't there for a long time. We were running it for the last 10 plus years just
Yeah.
fine.
I feel like that's the challenge, though. Like,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Her making these rapid changes immediately to being like, "Oh, I'm a just queen," kind of like I'm swooping in to be the just queen. It's not the greatest right after the war. Like,
yeah.
you
So,
kind of with every answer immediately after a war. It's like, bro.
mm-hmm. So I guess this is the last time I'll try to make the point I'm making, because I feel like we about to go in circles. Is that, the reason why I asked you if it's like a self-awareness issue with Rhaenyra is because that narrative that she is trying to put out there isn't necessarily matching what's happening in reality. But
Mhm.
from her point of view, her reality is all that really matters, right? How she feels about the way she's ruling.
Yes.
And because of the, back and forth, like you're saying, because of the turmoil of like her not really necessarily, like her going to Alicent for counsel, for her going to all these different people trying to figure out who she can trust amongst the people that she brought with her. It's more of a situation where I feel like that's why the speed matters, because at least like if you make a mistake, they gonna feel you though. So if you don't and you're just trying to like placate, you're just kind of waiting for, like you said, the Hightowers to come and swoop in, versus like you actually making moves, even if it's not like quote unquote the number one strategies. But this is something that we could do right now. Like right now, she's just trying to put out fires at this point that she walked into, while also inheriting all the problems that they had already because of the
Mhm.
war. So the narrative in her head is like, not what everybody else, how everybody else sees her. And that's the thing that's going to take time. So like, that's why it's so frustrating for her to be like, yo, like you was able to, expediently get my brother, on the throne. Why can't you do the same for me? They're like, well, we ain't seen a body. We ain't seen this. We ain't seen that. And we also in a pocket, low key.
But so
So,
so I'm hearing that, but like exactly something like that. She's wants to literally, that's a crack in the whole system of the area. There's no body for this religious body to verify you as the actual queen. Like
mm-hmm.
we literally just went through this.
Yeah.
So we can't even authorize that, yet you are already causing a trouble. Like, well, you should. And it's like
Is
she
that
doesn't have the
trouble though? Or is that just like,
she doesn't have the council saying, you knew that they were gonna look for a body. We need to come up with some type of solution for that. It's just kind of like, I'm gonna just budge that too, but it breeds cracks of, see, we had a true king on the throne, and now this fake usurper queen is now on the throne. Like, she ain't go through this. We ain't seen no body. Aegon's still alive. Aegon is actually alive. Like, it's
yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
so it's just like these are cracks where she's trying to be like, oh, this is my just rule, where it's like these quote unquote fires are just showing more cracks in her role already. Which all I'm saying is I kind of feel like she need those naysayers on her squad to be like, that's not how the seven work, like some super.
But they did have somebody to do that.
Which one did
The
that?
Maester, the new Grand Maester.
Oh yeah. The Maester
So
is
now they have a plan
Mm.
to go about it, but she would have never, like, because that's the point, kind of the point of her character to me, is the fact that this was her birthright. So in her mind, it's like this should be automatic. I'm not that far removed. Like, it's not like I'm a Baratheon that's trying to seize power. I'm the oldest. You know what I'm saying? And her, like, hubris. Ooh, look that up, y'all. Her hubris in attempting to, meet each step in effort to legitimize her standing, to me, just says that, okay, she do want to go about it the right way. It might not happen right now, but at least now that we know that it can't, we know where this group of this faction stands as far as the Greens versus the Blacks. Because if it was just a crown thing and not like Old Town being like the sacred place of the seven or whatever, however they described it. Now that we have that context, it makes everything that Rhaenyra does from now on that much more important. And now she has a group of people that may not be perfect, but it's good enough for right now for what they try to do. And you're saying that it's not. And I think
I'm
that's
saying that
fine. But I just like the fact that that is happening, is my point I'm trying to make. I think that's a good
yeah,
TV.
yeah. Pretty much all I'm getting from you is you got to get everyone on your squad that has your same vision, right? And then you make the plans.
No, I'm saying it's better to move fast
But you're
than to
saying
not
to
move at
move
all.
fast. All right.
That's kind of
Because
missing. Yeah.
on my main point is like I feel like she's moving in her vision that you're quote unquote saying
Mm-hmm.
the way she sees it, the way she feels it. She's the true queen.
Mm-hmm.
She was already legitimized as the real heir.
Yeah.
And when she's running into these roadblocks,
Mm-hmm.
she needs like Damon did do it, but she needs more people that just tell her like, we don't gotta fix that right now. Like us having a whole the whole ceremony, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Or we need to find Damon's Aegon's body.
Mm-hmm.
Aegon is still out there. We can just go find him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Lily Allison said we cannot recognize him. You're not gonna be able to recognize him.
Yeah.
To me, all of this stuff of her moving fast is where the Game of Thrones always gets people. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to put out the fires. You're trying to be this rightful, just heir,
Mm-hmm.
only for all these cracks to eventually break. Where everyone says like, "Why are you queen? You Corlys is not on your squad anymore."
Mm-hmm.
The whole you being queen of the bastards is true. The gods don't actually view you favorable. Like these are all major things where it's like you trying to put out the fires. It's just gonna make a bigger crack in the future. Where right now, what it looks like a high tower that no one really should be like, yeah, let's get a high tower back in there, might
Mm-hmm.
be more legitimate and also be a Targaryen. Where it's like that was better. Like I saw you for a little bit, you were moving too fast, and now you're trying to cover up all these cracks that I just don't like at
Mm-hmm.
all. And
Yeah. I think what's happening is that we're looking at it from two different viewpoints. And that's what's tripping us up. Like, as far, because I feel like we're saying the same thing. Because to me, like, Rhaenyra is like, you know, the fact that everything is not going according to plan is perfectly fine, as long as it's not something that like completely stagnates her. to where it's like, oh dang, she literally can't do nothing. Because to me, like, it's like slowly but surely, like they're checking things off the list. They got the banners down. They got the police. They got, you know, uh um council now. They don't got the church, but that's not something that necessarily has to happen right now to for everybody to know that I'm in charge. It'd be nice, but you know, hey, and it's like, because and the reason why I was saying earlier that like it's the self-awareness thing, is because she had always envisioned this thing going a certain type of way, but she's also at the same time, at least this is how I see it, like, is like being receptive to, like, not necessarily the criticism, but like the situation where it's not like, man, I'm not getting my way, what I'm gonna do now. It's like, it's always like, all right, what's the next thing? Like, come on, let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And
guess I view it more like she's just trying to legitimize herself every way. Like I'm not
right
really seeing
now,
like self-awareness. It's just more of like, now that I'm on the throne, I have to always make sure I'm legitimizing myself as the rightful person. And while you view it as like checking off the boxes, I view it as she's moving in a way that's tearing it down, like tearing down the
hmm
legitimacy of this
you
whole war.
saying
And how you
it's
got
making her look worse?
the way she's moving is to
Yeah.
me,
hmm Okay.
and that's by the tables she's setting for herself, and
hmm
then
And I'm
um
saying that it don't matter how she look, because you
yeah,
got to
but
get it
you're
done. Like,
yeah, you're saying like solving the problems is helping,
it's more
but I'm
important to me than. But you're looking at it from like a, like, the
like
broader scope
a realm
of Game of
thing. We
Thrones and
put
how
you
it
on the
goes.
throne. Yeah, we put you on the
hmm
throne. How does this play as this is a legitimate thing, and then there is no contest of you being on the throne, where this does feel very usurpery, where
hmm
hey, we're here now and we're the best thing
Usurping the
ever. Look,
usurper in her mind.
yeah, look, we're feeding you guys and all the
Yeah.
rich people now. No, give me all your food. It's like, and it's
hmm
like, yeah, that sounds good, and that's your vision on how to rule, and that's how you
Yeah.
thought you could rule. But
Yep.
you're coming in after a war. Like
hmm
you're coming in after a war. Of
Yep.
course, the city's trash,
hmm
and everyone knows you're. Everyone already knew the propaganda on you. You know about your children.
Yep.
Um, and to me, I guess it's kind of coming across the same way. To me, bro, we got the dragons. We're the Targaryens. You know, we're the rightful rulers. Like,
hmm
what are we talking about? My dad Ben had this letter that said I was the ruler. Um,
They got the knife.
and here's Aegon's body.
hmm
Chop him up. All done. But it's just like me putting out the fires. To me, it's just like that's not the thing that's gonna legitimize you. Like having this other outstanding stuff,
hmm
the losing Corlys, them whispers speak louder of, mm, I don't know. And then as soon as a Targaryen Hightower is coming along the way, it's kind of like,
mm
that's a pretty good option, y'all. I'm just saying that maybe that's the real and Aegon. If
hmm
Aegon gets discovered, which he pretty much almost was already,
So they had a boot
how's
camp.
that gonna act in the kingdom, bro?
Yeah. So
No,
what?
no amount of tiny fires that you don't put out is gonna put out. Wait a minute, Aegon's alive. Like,
hmm Yeah, and I wouldn't say all those fires are necessarily tiny, but it's progress. All progress is good progress. You know. But the thing that I was going to bring it home with, um, because you know there's still plenty to talk about, is like, if we're looking at Game of Thrones and turn it into Monopoly, right? The High Towers are trying to win it with the greens and the yellows. They got a whole block, right? But the Targaryens, aka Rhaenyra, basically, she got the blues, the dark blues. She's trying to win it off Park Place. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to win it off of Is it Park Place?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think it is.
Yeah, something like that. But she's trying to win it off the Blues alone, aka having all the dragons. And with the addition of Ormond to the mix, now she got Reds too. Now they got Reds too, but they have to keep rolling around this board. And as long as they keep rolling the balls, I always got a chance because I got all these dragons. You know what I'm saying? So it's not so much like they're definitely playing a different game, but like high towers are playing 3D chess, and Rhaenyra is playing checkers, and she got a king me type of situation. She's just trying to king me everywhere she goes, and there's less and less pieces to pick up. So I feel like that's good for TV. I'm not looking at it as like the broader sense of like, all right, who's going to end up on the Game of Thrones? Because to me, that answer don't really matter until Daenerys.
I mean, it still doesn't matter.
So yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like there's a method to the madness, but to me, at the stage that we're in, as far as like her reign, and it's only been like 2 weeks. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been 2 episodes. The Hightowers had 2 whole seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So to expect her to just like get it like that, I'm not looking at it from that point. But I hear what you're saying as far as like the stuff that she's doing is having the opposite effect of what she's hoping it to be. I just think that, to me, that don't really matter in the stage of being a king or queen that she's in, aka being a usurper. So
she's the rightful queen, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying she had to usurp the usurper.
Oh, get this man.
So it's like a false negative. I don't know. But yeah, let us know how y'all feeling about Rhaenyra's situation. Are y'all rocking with the strategy, or you think she need to take things a different way? You brought up Aemond, and we got a lot of Aemond today. Where do you think that storyline is really going to go?
Well, Aemond's at what's it? Still at the.
She had the place where the person died.
Harrenhal.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aegon. I'm talking about Aegon. My fault.
We got a lot of Aegon.
Yeah.
Aegon's still running about, loving on his dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon.
No way the dragon's alive.
Alive, yeah. It's kind of like subtly hinted at the dragon might be alive.
Mm-hmm. That'd be crazy. Would it be crazy?
I don't know what this man's about to do.
Yeah. Talk about a bad hand.
Yeah. So something's going wrong with their strategy, but it's something where him just being around, and he's kind of like a Joker card where it's not a good thing if anyone knows who he is.
He's a little Joker though. He ain't the big Joker.
Yeah, I mean,
like Tyrion was a big Joker.
Like I feel like regardless, this is like it's just a weird thing. It just when Jon Snow had Targaryen associated with his name, it kind of added like an extra oomph of.
That was so late in the game, though.
No, I'm just saying, like, when we're talking about who should be there, just to automatically have that as a trait, it's kind of like gives you extra bonus points.
Mm-hmm.
For Aegon just to be around lurking, if that gets discovered, it's just automatically like an episode of like, what do we do? Like,
yeah,
because even Alicent's gonna be like,
well, who really gets to them first?
Yeah, who gets to, like, if Allison gets to him, she's gonna try to get him out of there, you know?
Yeah. And her daughter's pregnant.
Yeah.
Who
I mean
baby is it though?
that's Aegon.
I know, but like, I don't know when it happened.
So
It's spooky.
so even them surviving, like if they all escaped
Yeah.
and then it's known that they have a legitimate heir again, it just comes right back to the circle of like this is now another prophecy, or this is now an actual person that was supposed to be ruling.
Mhm.
And I want to touch on this. Aemon recovering in with this witch in Harrenhal.
Yeah.
It
With the
is
knife
very
she
much,
planted. I'm gonna say that.
I, I feel like this has to go somewhere big,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like Aemon has to come back empowered by this witch, empowered by
Mm-hmm.
wherever she's from, related to somehow his
The
sister's
Dark
vision.
Prince.
Yeah, like something along this lines
Mm-hmm.
has to be bigger against Rhaenyra, because we don't have that many more episodes. Like it can't just be Hightower now go against them. This Aemon situation of him not actually dying, him kind of being like this witch puppet,
Yeah.
it has to serve some type of purpose against Rhaenyra.
My big take is that we won't see it this season.
You think this has got to be the final season? There can't be
Bro,
more.
they keep adding characters, man. What do you
I
want us to
know that.
do? Like, unless it's gonna be a situation where he's just gonna go full tilt and just try to tear down King's Landing by himself. Like he has no forces, you know. Like at
You're gonna have Vagar not in the High Towers.
yeah, but I'm saying like the stronghold is now that other dragon is there, that Ormond is at. It's like now they compromise too. Now that's not an experienced dragon rider, but still it's a dragon. So I think it will pop up and be something more, but I just don't think that it ends here in season 3. It's too much stuff to cover. Because the way the slow playing Aegon's, you know,
Involvement or whatever the heck he's
yeah,
doing.
like
Yeah,
revival.
that seems like a Joker. It's like
Yeah,
I have no idea how you can be impactful at this point. I have
yeah,
none.
yep. Because it's like even if he fully recovers, right? He was never like that. So
And that's where it's just like I think just him being alive, it will reach back to King's Landing, and that will make the whole city be like, "Ooh, you lied to us the first week."
bro, I don't
Like,
think it's gonna matter, bro.
mm. Let's let these high tires back in.
Like why? I don't get it.
Because it's like you literally just came here and you're saying you're this just rightful ruler, and then you
Life
pretty much,
wasn't good while they was there.
but life was never good for them. So now you're saying, "Oh, we're making it better," but you just lied to my face. And then you said you're
She gave
legitimate,
out
but
food.
yes, like
I don't know. Like none of these people are good. So it's like to me, the will of the people, in a sense, this might sound crazy, but the will of the people to me in the world of Game of Thrones, let me preface that, is not like it don't weigh that much to
which is why
make
I'm
me
saying
think
she
that
has cracks right now. She's messing up with the wrong areas. She's worried about legitimizing herself as the rightful just queen. But to me, you should have ensured that no one can even
challenge
like
you.
defy us. Yeah. Like that's the first thing you gotta do. To me.
They
But
can't find them,
yeah, but even having Corliss not on your squad anymore,
bro.
even with the whole bastard stuff.
Yeah.
you're team bastards anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
That's just
so
an easy cop out to me. All her
no,
kids are dead, bro. Except for the one she got with Damon. Like,
but it's a negative for your team. So now even that person who would have been on your side, you alienated.
for now.
Now,
But he didn't fully alienate though.
mm,
Like he's just mad that he got his whole crib burned down.
yeah,
You know?
and
And
you turned around and said, "Yeah, nah, your kids don't deserve nothing."
she said,
But you're
not right now, bruh. Like,
that's
dang.
this is what I'm saying. Like,
Not right now.
this
Like, what do you
like
want? I just got
that's a
here.
crack, and you're worried about feeding people that were already starving. Like they didn't have no food in the place anyway.
What does like outside of
Like that's not a check mark to me. Like you literally did that,
that's not a
and
check
they're
mark to
saying
me either.
so.
Like
So what would a check mark that you think that she did that was good for
check
this? That
mark, check
what
mark
was good?
one, getting them banners down. Check mark two, get the police. Check mark three, figure out where Vagar is. Check mark four, get the money. Check mark five, talk to the people that's the religious people. They not rocking with me. All right, bet. Now we gotta get these lords and ladies in check. Bet them rats. Check mark. Establish dominance. You know what I'm saying?
Like I feel like what I'm saying is legit showing
That's one
this is
piece, Chris.
negative. This is
I'm
like
like,
everything you said to me. I'm like, I don't know how we would not like side eye the queen. Like, bro, I don't know.
no, I'm with you as far as like, cause like that makes it seem like I think that everything Rhaenyra has done is the complete correct direction. All
I'm
I'm
just saying
saying
how
is
that check
that
mark. It's like that's like even
all
when I'm watching the show, I'm like,
yeah.
ugh, like you got on the throne, and I'm not saying the writers. I'm just saying this situation seemed to have put something on her where
Mm-hmm.
her focus has become how does how do I portray that I'm the rightful person when uh freaking Aegon don't care about him being the rightful person. He is the king. Like he
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 was placed
sucks.
there though. He was placed
Yeah,
there.
but he sucked. He don't care though. Like
I,
Otto was like, we got this. We got him. You know, he can't do this, can't do that. Oh well, I want to ride
I
my dragon.
definitely think
Like,
that her not letting the two brothers get the family name or whatever was selfish. I definitely do see that. But it's like um if there was a time frame, then that's different. But it's like in the world I get why Corlys is mad, but I think it has more to do with what he lost and, you know, what he has to
true,
gain because he
true.
just
He lost a whole lot
recognized them.
compared to everybody else.
He
For
just
her,
no, I'm just saying he just legitimized the fact that he claiming them.
mhm,
So
yeah,
just because you just realized that don't mean that you gotta rush me now. And
stand.
I'm still trying to get my whole house in order. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
he
my
did
kid just
ask
died.
her.
My kid just
eh,
died, bro. 5 seconds ago. And I'm not even and now you're gonna throw that in my face? Like, what are we talking about, bro? Ain't none of these youngins good, Chris. None of these youngins is good. Like,
No one is saying they're good. What I'm saying is
they all
your
got
kids are
flaws.
like Corliss literally said it. It was a main thing in season 1. Your kids
Mhm.
are bastards, and you're acting brand new on the throne. Like that to me, that's a major red flag. Where it's like,
But who is gonna challenge her on that for real? That's my thing. What they gonna do about it? She
and
got the
that
dragons. What they gonna do about it, Chris? They
that
gonna
this
write on the
conversation that
wall.
we're having right now is what the big houses, the bigger people, big
Mhm.
players would say if she just took over, which is not what you want them saying. That's how I'm
But
thinking.
yeah,
And
okay.
when now that we see this new Hightower plot, I'm like, ah, she might have took over, and I was like, yeah, we finally here, but it's like, oh, you kind of fumbling right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I feel like the stuff that you're doing is not the things that we're supposed to be focusing on, and that's kind of like where I'm coming from. It's like
I
you're
get
checking
you.
boxes, but they're not boxes of we're wrapping up the season.
Influence.
Well, we got rid of the bad people, and now
I think it
the
says a lot
real
that you think that this is the last season, and I don't think it is. So it makes
yeah.
sense. It makes sense why you feel like it has to happen now. And I'm just like, they could keep going. You know, it's not the time. They already did the time skip, so it's like,
It just feels like, dang, if the Hightowers take it over again, now we're just going back and forth.
now I definitely do think it'll be like one more big push, but they have to
Yeah.
reestablish the scales before that happens. Because to me, like those high lords and ladies and stuff that you're talking about, they don't care about who is in charge. They just want to make sure they can keep
That's
what they got.
that's
So
the
it's
balance
like
of scales that we're getting. Like I feel like it's like she was put on the throne, and now we're seeing how
she took
even
the throne.
yeah, she took it, and now we're seeing how it's gonna bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Like these these, in my opinion, cracks are forming
Yeah.
where it is just gonna be her and Damon against everybody else, where it's like I am the rightful ruler, and everyone is now slowly gonna shift to, "Are you sure about that?" Like,
Who is that though? That's I'm trying to figure out who that person gonna be, because ain't gonna be nobody that's that. Because as soon as you say that, you know, what's the name just brought up the fact that he saw it written on the wall, and the um white white cloak gang was ready to take his head off, bro. So you can't just be saying stuff in the world of Game of Thrones. But it's like, to me, like the extra lores and stuff like that, like that whole point of that scene was so that we could see the Master of Coin first.
mhm.
You know? But like that was just like, yo, I'm really like that, y'all. So don't play with me. That's what it said to me from her, because the those people are not in a, they have power, but it's not in a position where like I don't run nothing though. You know, like I have to do something to make a splash essentially, and was no other better way to get them on her side. Like what else was she gonna do? She was like, nah, I gotta put my
You know what I'm
foot
saying?
down.
I don't think that shows that you're on my side.
It don't matter. My point is, it don't matter if you think what you think. That's what I'm saying.
And what I'm saying is I agree with what you're saying, which is
Yeah.
why the scales are tipping to not in her favor. Like you're saying like it don't matter is kind of like I am now ruling and this is how it's gonna go, but she's getting this pushback left and
Yeah.
right, and now she's losing
Lucky all
people.
it was a rat.
Well, and but
And
she's
your
feeling
money.
like this is correct. This is correct, and it's just
Yeah.
like we're seeing left and right more stuff is happening where armies are turning
But
around.
she's still not
It's a
making these
big
decisions.
letter.
She's not making these decisions all willy nilly by herself though.
Who's helping her?
All the people that she having conversations with. She
These
didn't.
are hers. These are. This is literally how she even wrote to that army. She forged Aegon's letter.
Hmm?
Remember when Helena and oh no, that was Allison. Yeah,
Yeah.
even if that comes up,
Mm-hmm.
the whole overthrown is like none of it is Aegon. None of it is Aegon or Aemon.
Yeah. I don't. What are you saying?
Like what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of not legitimized events that happen
Mm-hmm.
from episode 2
Yeah.
that it kind of does feel like, dang, if everyone knew that,
Mm-hmm.
they don't look like they're the right people to be there. And I'm fixing the city is not a, oh well, they're fixing the city. It's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
dang, they actually did come up here and kick out Aemon and Aegon's out here. Maybe we should put
Who
the
did
real
it though?
rulers
Who
back
did it
in.
though?
Allison
Exactly. Nah,
and
keep it right there, Allison, because she knew it was about to happen.
Yeah, but that so even if that's true, wouldn't you feel like just get rid of Alicent and bring Aegon back?
No,
Why not? Wouldn't they
because
be the
who
real rulers?
they stole it in the first place.
See?
Like, what are we talking about, bro? like to me, like
To everybody, it's legit that Aegon is the king.
right. But my thing is like, obviously there's something fishy going on if we got dragons flying over to King's Landing,
Exactly.
right? So the press to be legitimized is more, to me, band-aid than the real cure, right? That's what you're saying.
The
Because the real
press.
cure would be to get rid of Aemon and show a body and do all that stuff.
Yeah. The cure is to kill Aegon,
Yeah.
and
I keep saying
I mean,
Aemon, but yeah.
I'll get rid of Aemon too, to be honest. Just because he's more like the powerhouse. So yeah.
Right. But
Like
that's
win
not
the
an
war.
option because we don't know where they're at.
Yes.
And there's no clear signs we're going to find them anytime soon.
Yes.
So what can I do in the meantime?
And what I'm saying is she's been alienating her people. You keep doing the check mark thing, and I'm like,
Bro.
that's not a thing that helps you.
One bad conversation doesn't mean that it's over.
It's him. It's with the council people, and then
We haven't seen the council people.
Aegon legit
Since.
went, not Aegon. Damon legit went and grabbed the bag, and they was like, "Bruh, the crown is broke." Like, y'all had a war. The crown is broke, and you want our kids to be in the army or whatever. You need an army, so we had to have all we have are our children.
Right, but that's just playing politics right there, though.
But that's all.
Them two just play politics, but like
I can't, like, even that is negative, bro. You guys are just in our army, and now you coming over.
But Chris, but my thing,
I'm like, bro, come on now. Like,
Chris,
y'all are good.
I'm just trying to figure out what the expectations are for this scenario.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of
movies I feel like it's going as good as it can at this point, given the scenario.
So that's where we're like totally different.
Yeah,
it's like you feel like it's going good, and I'm realizing.
I say good. I'm saying like it's going as best as it can, given the scenario. Not good. Like, now I don't think that she's making all the best decisions. I'm just saying, like, as far as like, I'm looking at it from her perspective, that's like CEO, like vibe. As far as like the buck stops for her, but like everybody else, I feel like you're looking at it from the like the people and like the overarching Game of Thrones world. You're looking at it from the world point of view of like how the world see her, and I'm just like, it don't matter how they see her until somebody figure out who is actually going to win or not, because the war is still technically going.
To me, that's strange because it's like it don't matter until it comes back to bite us, but then it does matter, because like that's why I'm saying it's like cracks. It's like at first I was like, cool, like they should be good, there should be nothing wrong, but now I'm like, oh wow, there is a lot of cracks that she's not filling, where this could burst way easier than I originally thought. And I just feel like the speed at which she's moving at, I kind of feel like she just needed other people in her corner that would have said like, hey, I know there's rumors about your kids being bastards. My kids are bastards too. We're going to shut that down real quick. And that's all I'm saying. Like, you have these people that would have been like, kind of coming up from your angle. It don't matter that they're bastards. Say something else, I'm going to murder you. And then it'd be like, all right, we're going to back off this bastard talk. But the way it's moving already, it's kind of like, nah, that's a definite thing that we can't allow. And maybe Aegon and all these people are the legit ones that should be.
See, that's the part where you lose me. That's the part where how are we jumping all the way over there to now? Maybe these the guys rightful people,
because they are in the world. In the world currently, they still are the legit rulers. they just got usurped, and
Yeah.
she is framing it as I am the rightful person. That's been a narrative for many years since Aegon's been on the throne. Like,
Hmm.
oh, Rhaenyra is supposed to be on the throne. It's like, sure, yeah, and oh, now we're going to war with her because Rhaenyra has the dragon. She's ready to take the throne back. But it's like that narrative's already been out there
Hmm.
the whole time.
This is my
So now that you're
oh
on the throne,
yeah.
it's kind of like you're saying, well, now it's legit, and it's like there's literally everything she's done so far. It's kind of just showing like you're kind of the same. There's nothing different. You're trying to make it seem like it's different, or this is how it's supposed to be. Everything's kind of worse. And all I'm saying is these are cracks where I'm like, I didn't expect the army to rise up, but now an army's already coming through. Are they even going to be able to fight it? And if Aemon joins hands, and then they say, "Hey, bro, we done left for Harrenhal. My brother's still alive. He right here. Kick these usurpers out of here." It's kind of like, dang, who's on team Rhaenyra now?
So I'll let you cook. Let you cook. Cause I'll be going on rants too. What I would say to that is be the last thing I'll try to explain it one more time. I'm not gonna go the whole circle again, but like sticking to the point of the part where it's like, Aegon is the rightful person, and like maybe they think this or maybe they think that, like as far as what the people think, and me saying that it don't matter what they think is the simple fact that all these people is ruling and following the rules and stuff from a place of fear anyway. So it's like it don't really matter. Like, cause if you're saying like if it matters to like the church people that like run a whole separate part of the country or whatever, I'm with you, cause they need those people on your side too at some point. But my expectations going into this season or when she took power wasn't that it was gonna be, now that she got back on the throne and she's the rightful ruler, it's gonna be happily ever after. I think the cracks makes it a better show in the grand essence of like, it's not gonna be a perfect clean sweep once she get back. Now automatically, the rightful ruler as I always been, you're gonna have to show people that,
Yeah,
right? And the way that she's going about doing that is more interesting, the way she's doing it now, than for it to be like, you know what, bump tradition. I grew up thinking I was going to get the throne this way, but you know what? That's just not how life works. You know what, Corliss? Let's just go ahead and do it. You get your sons, I get my throne. We just gonna rock out, and we're gonna get. That's where's the drama? Now we get to figure out what Corliss is about to do now, as he's about to try to
yeah,
enter another war and stuff like
I
that.
agree.
But it's like,
I'm saying those cracks allow for that to happen. Her messing up. To me, it sounds like you're saying she's doing a good thing.
I'm saying I understand why she's doing the thing. Not that is, I'm not making a moral judgment on whether
So,
it's right or
the
wrong.
understanding, what I'm saying is
You're saying that
that
that's the same thing, is what I'm hearing you say, and I'm like, it's not.
no, it's literally like, oh, you making this choice is why is opening the door to you losing the throne. Like that's to me,
Mhm.
that's a crack. That's what I keep meaning by like crack.
Yeah.
While you're just saying like I understand it, it's like I understand it too that you about to get your throne taken back for messing this decision up, and then it goes to the next thing where it's like that's another crack and another crack, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, I see all this stuff where we just got here, and it's like, oh, we have all these problems in King's Landing. Yeah, that's to be expected. You're just coming
Mhm.
off a war, but your decisions right here is more important of why you would lose the throne. and it's
Mhm.
like, oh, here are the reasons why,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like all I'm saying. Like,
And this is the last thing. And the approach. I know I'm touching my face. I'm sorry. My allergies going
I was
crazy,
like, you okay, bro? Like,
bro. I'm just trying not to sneeze. But the thing that I'm saying is like, well, the thing that I'm noticing is that our approach to how we're watching the show is different. Whereas like I'm more invested in seeing what happened and
yeah.
how it happened. And when we see the same thing, I'm thinking about the character and how she's seeing it. But you're thinking about it in a way that like how kind of like you would go about it
So
if you were in
yes,
her
but I feel
shoes.
like you're
And
I feel like you're watching it through her side. Like, that's how it feels like. The way you're presenting your stuff, it feels like it's 100% if you were on Rhaenyra's council. Like, nah, you made a great decision here. Out of all our options, nah, that was a good decision. Like,
I'm
that's how
saying,
it comes across.
yeah, my understanding to you is coming off as agreeance. What I'm trying to
Yes,
say is
on
like this
everything
is what I
Rhaenyra does.
noticed.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, what you're saying she's doing, it feels like you gave me ABC choice,
Yeah.
and we all agreed A was the best choice. Like, that's how it feels like when you're watching the episodes
Uh-huh.
and you're saying like, "Oh, like this part,
Uh-huh.
no, that was a good thing. We checked that box because we didn't know where Aegon was. So we did a good thing here, Rhaenyra." Like, that's how it sounds like.
Yeah, but what I'm really trying to say is like I understand why she picked this because of where her
Yes.
head is at.
Yes.
Do I agree that this was the right move? If I was her, yeah.
Yes.
But that's to me just the surface of what the conversation really was supposed to be. When it was like to me, it's like a psycho analyzing. Like, okay, to me, the real conversation was around like how Rhaenyra's plan of like what or her idea of what it was going to be like to take the throne
Yeah, yeah.
is not what she expected. And I think that's the most interesting thing about it. Not so much that she is right. I'm just trying to connect the through lines of the decision with the situation and what I got from that, just outside looking in, versus like you're looking at it from like, okay, in the whole essence of Game of Thrones, not even just tactically, but like if
Yeah, yeah.
if your goal is to end up on the throne, this probably is not the right move to make.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And all I was trying to do was just be like almost devil's advocate in a sense in this situation, but it turned into like
Cape and fur.
caping for her in a sense.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, all I'm trying to say is that I get it.
So and
Like,
all I'm saying is the I get it is kind of like,
because if we could have got past that, then we could have got to Corliss side.
but you would all so all I'm saying is you would also say the same thing for Corliss, him making his
Yeah.
decisions. You'd be like, I get it.
Yeah, because to me, I like what Corliss did because even though he was mad about the situation and he probably like is not in the right headspace to be the hand, he's like, you know what? I might not be able to give you my name right now, but what I can do is put you in position.
Yes.
And then he put his son in position to not
And
necessarily take over for him, but be that mouthpiece that would be, because he knows like he might not know the ways the courts go, but he could tell he's a good judge of character in a sense as far as like how
sure,
he moving. So I was like, oh,
even though it was
tough. I
rushed.
really like that. I really like that part of the show. Like I'm cool with that. That's how my brain worked.
So even in that
But we never
scenario
got
right,
to that.
but even in that scenario right there, you did the thing
Yeah.
where it's like you understand how he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But even in there, Corliss's character could have not legitimized him at all. You know what I mean? And that's where Game of Thrones really comes into play, where it's like he could have legit still been like, y'all some bastards, blah blah blah. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Him legitimizing them opened up many, many doors to what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're seeing the ramifications of him having a change of heart, which is just overall like Game of Thrones, pretty much. Like, I'm gonna be greedy here, or I'm not gonna be greedy. And in this scenario, Corlys is realizing I lost a lot. These are my kids. I treated them like bastards. I do still need an heir. I'm just gonna try to legitimize them.
Mm-hmm.
And in that essence, it's like, yeah, I understand what he's trying to do now, but is this like, what does that do for Corlys and the Valerians as a whole?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this a good thing or a bad thing going forward? Because previously you would kind of think, he should have been legitimized them because
Yeah.
Rhaenyra had been doing it.
Yeah.
But now we kind of see Rhaenyra not even gonna legitimize them either.
We don't know that, Chris. It's too early. She said no right now.
Yeah. So this is where the caping behind her side comes in, because it's just like.
But we never even got to the point. We never even got to that part. Like we I feel like for you, we be leapfrogging.
No, so all I'm saying is like possibilities. Like, it opens doors, and when you say like, "Oh, I understand," it's just like, yeah, we just watched them do that. So, but what does that entail? Like, what does that bring about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, something easy as in Game of Thrones with the Red Wedding. It was like, yeah, we're gonna take this bridge, and we good. We gonna win the war.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that makes sense. Oh, I understand that logic. And then immediately in Game of Thrones, boom, right there. Actually, this was all a setup, and you're gonna die right here, and it's completely halts like the
Cuts that thread.
And that was out of nowhere. But then it's kind of like, no, I understand what Rob was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, someone should have said, wait a minute. Didn't that arrangement of you not marrying the person, like,
wouldn't they be mad about that?
Wouldn't they be mad about that?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, that's a Game of Thrones thing where these small cracks lead to bigger things that end up.
That's the thing that you're doing, though. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that game. Yeah. I'm not playing the, like, how does this one action lead back to the throne? Every scenario, I'm looking at these characters for what they is. And not to say that one is better than the other. All I'm saying is, like, I'm taking it for what it is, and then once we figure out what actually happens and we'll see what happens, then I can talk about what it could be or what it could have been.
That's why ultimately when we first started, it was like, did we like her decision to keep on the people or not?
Uh-huh.
Like, that's why I'm like, no, because I'm like, yes, because no, because to me, all these cracks that are coming about, I kind of feel like her squad would have been like, hey, bro, I know that's how you're thinking. I know that's how you want to rule. Just ease this man's mind. Say yes to whatever he wants to say. We trying to get the city under control. You know, like to me, that's where, like, it ultimately is becoming her downfall. And then that's kind of like the main, how we went from the tangent of, like, how we're feeling about Rhaenyra and her decisions.
And and all I'm saying is to that point is, like, we haven't seen, like, if that's going to be the case or not. I'm not ready to jump to that conclusion that it'll never happen.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it keeps sounding like we haven't seen anything, but it's like you don't see it until it happens, but then you would then go back and say, oh, well, yeah, episode 3 and 4, here are the cracks. And I'm like, yeah, we saw them. Like,
but anybody, just like you said that, like, this is fun. Just like you said that anybody can understand why this character do this or why this character do that. I feel like anybody could agree that like, yeah, there's a crack here and there's a crack there and there's a crack. You can find the cracks in everything,
Yeah.
in every scenario that you watch. I feel like that's just like, to me, the where you feel like the most importance is, and where I feel like the most importance is, and those two things are like don't really connect. So that's where it's like,
Yeah. So where
like
would you say was the importance lying in her decision making? Like what was the important things that actually mattered to like the next episode?
what mattered is, well, I was gonna say in the entire episode, or just with Rhaenyra.
Just with Rhaenyra's decisions that she made.
So I think the importance of cutting her old squad, which is not literally everybody in her old squad, but just the old youngins, basically. People that she don't really, that was already just like not necessarily in the way, but like
not 100% on her team.
It don't even got to be 100%, but just like was undermining her. That's the word. Was undermining her, and it wasn't like a real like council decision. It's like she like couldn't get nothing done, basically, right? Because we also don't know if she will end up bringing anybody back from over there anyway. But the important thing was that she went fast as far as like, okay, let me try to get as much done as I can possible to see like where my board is at, essentially, right? Do I got the church on my side? Do I got the ladies and lords on my side? Do I got the police on my side? Do I got the people on my side? Those is the four things. She figured it out, and I think that's good because now you know what lanes you could play in, and like even if they not on your side, you can make them on your side based on certain, decisions. As something as simple as a dinner party where you serve them rats because he's like, yo, I see y'all and I'm about to take y'all gold, so you're gonna have to hold that. Where it's bad, or not even a bad thing, but like now you know where the church stands, you can now factor that into how you move and proceed forward, where it's like, okay, I know that like I need to take in consideration how they would feel about this, but I know where they not on our side. So I just feel like moving with expediency instead of trying to wait, because that's just more time for like decisions that could be being made for those people to get from Dragonstone all the way over to King's Landing, where it's like she don't really got the time to, if the goal is to be like outside of the plan actually working with Alicent and getting on the throne, we got to start running the kingdom so that like when the time comes for like whatever the big battle thing is going to happen, I got enough ducks in a row to where it's like, okay, I'm not grasping at straws when that point happens. So that's why I feel like it was important for her to go fast and maybe not so much far, like in depth wise with everybody, just so she can get a lay of the land in this episode. Not that doesn't mean that every decision that she made was the right decision, because if it was me, I'm just like, yo, like, why are you tripping about the whole bastard thing? Like, it's not that big of a deal, like we could really change something here if that's really what the goal is. But it's like, if I'm looking at it from her perspective, then I'm like, if I do this, then I gotta really admit that, and I'm just not ready to do that yet. Mm-hmm. If I ever be ready, Sure. So like, to me, that's where the importance is, not so much like the chinks in the armor. That's like, it's just going to happen. That's just going to be part of it when you usurp the kingdom. And you laugh at that because like in her mind, that's not what she taking it back. But like what we're seeing on screen is like, yo, like now, like King's gone, his brother gone, we got dragons here, the mama let him in, what the heck is going on? I'm hungry. She just fed me. You know. Now we
So,
debating taxes. Like, what are we gonna do? I don't know. We gonna figure it out. But you know,
and that, I think that's where it gets me. It's kind of like that last part
yeah,
is like, I don't know, but she fed me. So, to
yeah.
me, it just comes off like not bad. She kind of
Mhm.
good. It's like
So it's
when
like
I watch episodes, I'm like,
yeah,
ooh, I don't know if she's doing good. Like I
yeah.
felt like she was when she got the throne,
Hmm.
and then as she started running things, I was like, ooh. And on
Yeah.
a point I made was just like Aegon sucked as king,
Hmm.
and it was completely fine. Where you coming in thinking it's gonna be better, it's kind of like, mm, I kind of feel like you got the rose glasses on, like, uh, not you, like,
Hmm.
Rhaenyra has rose glasses on of, well, I fed them, they're happy, or they're happier now compared to when they had
Well, not
Aegon. I'm
because
like,
to
ugh.
me, the rose-colored glasses is like she's trying to find her way as a ruler, right? And she's like, all right, I need to figure out, like, dang, what would my dad do in this situation, and in
Yeah,
reference to how I would do it, you know. And she came up with like, this is how I would do it, so I'm finna do it, you know.
yeah,
And then she'll learn from that situation, and it's just like in 2K where like after a game the people ask you a question and you could either
yes,
go for the fans or you could go for team chemistry, and
100%.
you're on team chemistry and I'm on
Yeah,
fans.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, we got
that's
there.
how it feels like.
We got
It
there.
feels like the last 2 episodes, every time Rhaenyra appeared,
Yeah,
it was a weird fans vibe
yeah.
where I feel like people like Damon and
Hmm.
the Maester was trying to be
Hmm.
like, I don't know if you got the facilities of these decisions right. Like,
Yeah, she using the wrong NIL right now.
yeah, and all I'm saying is I'm using a bad analogy, but in a lot
She
of
renting
shows, a lot of
Lamborghinis.
history, there's plenty of peasants in the kingdom
Yeah.
that are broke, going poor, while the rich are being rich, and
Hmm.
it's like, we just got this. We just got here. Let's just make sure we have our like,
Hmm.
I don't mind them going grabbing the purse and
Let's keep it a
everything.
buck though.
That made sense.
That was one decision.
What which one?
The feed the people one. It was a
Oh
very
yeah,
public one, but it's like that's one decision, and it's probably like another category that we're not including, as far as like you know,
but it's like a
program builder, right? Like, or infrastructure. Like, so like you could either pick the fans, infrastructure, or team,
yeah,
right? And you feel like she put her VC into the
yeah, like you're
wrong
putting it all in the
points.
brownie points of
Yeah.
like, oh, I like the feeling of Rhaenyra being back,
And
and it's like,
I'm like, uh, I want to see what this bill will be like or that bill will be like. I'm not too particular on what kind of bill that she
yes,
has, because I think it's more so interesting to see the journey of it, not so much like, is this the thing that's gonna lead her to being in the Hall of Fame, aka the Iron Throne.
yeah,
We just had a breakthrough, y'all. Come
yeah.
on, come on, we got there.
And the way I view it is kind of like, are you building this thing up to be a successful pro to make it to the Hall of Fame versus
Yeah,
like, I'm trying to do a dunk real quick. Like, it's like I
yeah.
kind of feel like a lot of her moves, and I mean, maybe a small discussion that we had.
Hmm.
Maybe Damon did on purpose chop off that head because he knew, like,
Yeah,
if you go on this chase of,
it was never gonna be enough.
yeah, we're not focusing on what we should be doing. Like,
Hmm.
and I kind of feel like Damon has that hat on him. Like, we're in this situation right now. We need to be worrying about this. I done got the bag. I also
Hmm.
done scouted out, and I found out some more info. Like, to me, Damon is much more on the money of what we need to be doing.
Yeah,
Even
I'm
the
with you.
taking of Otto's head. Like,
Hmm.
hey,
And the kid,
somebody got to go.
and Darren.
True.
Yeah.
And all our original point that made this amazing discussion, it was just like, I feel like she need more people in that corner that would have told her,
Yeah.
ah,
Cause like to me, like her going to Allison for counsel was frying me. like
And it
while
it
we were
it
watching, and that
bothers me, but it's the show. It's kind of like their
yeah,
show.
like they
So
gotta have their back and forth, right?
yeah,
But it's like also there's that people pleasing part of it too that like is a part of her psyche as well, where it's like, dang, like what my father do? I want to be a good ruler, but I'm also I need to establish my legacy type of thing. And it's like to me that like swirl of like introspection is very very intriguing and enticing, but like it's just going to be interesting to see where that line gets drawn in the sand because I'm keep
baby,
waiting for it
right? The baby
for
can't
her to go
exist.
crazy. You said what?
The baby can't exist for Rhaenyra, right? We'll see. We'll see if that's a decision.
That's a whole nother thing because you're gonna have to hide that, you know, with the with the girl, Helena.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's good. That's why it's like there's no way it's only 3 seasons, Chris. No way. No way. I don't think it's gonna be 8, but I'm cool with
I mean,
5.
this season is better than so far.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the season more than season 2, but I do kind of feel like they might gotta wrap this up.
Hey.
Like I don't know if I can keep going like another war. I kind of feel like we done got our nice war in, and then we're gonna get one more final climactic one.
I think it's gonna be more spy espionage type of thing because
They're definitely in that bag right now.
it's more of like people are spread out and people don't know what they don't know. You know, like nobody's really comfortable right now where they're at. So it'll be like who makes first contact first, and then we're gonna see Sheep Stealer at some point come save the day, and we're gonna be good, and she's gonna be able to come back, right?
Damon gave that option. He said, "Say sorry."
Yeah, that ain't gonna work, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work, man. But it's still so many children in the wind too. You know, so
It's always the kids when they have kids. That's the
they start
real
losing their minds.
Throne, Game of Thrones starter. As soon as there's a kid or a bastard, it becomes now someone else gonna have to end up on the throne because this person feels some type of way.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting though, and I'm glad we got to the bottom of like how we see the show too, because like that's definitely something we keep coming back to over and over, and it's like now we understand a little bit better. But you got anything else? This is only going on long.
Not much because I didn't really want to rant about a lot in this episode. I mean, Ormond's stuff was really good, but it was more like setting up him and Darren.
I think it's Darren. Could be wrong.
And I will definitely say that last scene with him stabbing the. Was he like just some?
He was the brother of. He was the brother of one of the Dragon Rider's wife.
Oh, okay. And
that's where she went after he left.
Right. He hit a Hightower person, was it?
Yeah, he hit a soldier.
And I that last scene where it's kind of like, oh, they can't hit us. Oh, you got to show him and kind of like stealing the little boy's innocence, like take his life. And us Hightowers are.
I mean, he did it like he did it before. But
I thought that stab was weak.
Like to me, it was like I don't want to do this, but like I'm more scared of you than I am.
For sure.
Anything else. So
it was very like, dang, this man really brought.
I wasn't expecting a stab though. I was expecting like cut his head off.
Me too.
But he's just a baby, bro.
Yeah, I just felt like that was a very well episode for crafting, that attachment of I'm really controlling this kid, and this kid is making his way and realizing like not realizing, because I don't think he is like
He don't know what he just trying to survive, bro. That's all he's trying to do.
surviving,
He trying to survive the day.
surviving, losing his innocence, and they're trying to build me up to something that I don't even know if that's what's his motivation. No one knows. We just know that he's being manipulated into this. So
Yep.
just really good story building.
He's what
Well done.
Otto wished Aegon and Aemon could have been. You know,
That's it.
so,
That's
he
it.
don't even want to be that. So it's like, dang, you know.
If I guess if he was raised as a Hightower strictly, right?
Yeah, without
Because
Viserys' influences.
Viserys, yeah.
They
That's
say
a
he's
really
soft.
yeah. Them Hightowers, they don't play. They don't play.
Mm-mm.
I don't know about the sniffing stuff. I don't know how that's gonna come into play. To be honest,
Oh,
we should have talked more about that.
Masera gonna have some type of sneak attack. Where it's
It's
like
just
it's gonna be something potent.
they're referencing it way too much that I'm like, I don't understand what this is gonna be.
Yeah, he got a super sniffer on him, bro. You know. But yeah, I don't really got anything else. I really just wanted to talk about Rhaenyra's CEO adventures. Yeah, and see how you felt about it. So, yep, you think she's gonna go bankrupt? So makes sense. Which is like, I'm not surprised based on like how Game of Thrones is. So it's like seeing, because the one cool thing I like about the show too is like just hearing all the other houses just being mentioned randomly.
They try to get they come up.
Mm-hmm. The Baratheons and the
I mean, how
Lannisters.
they come up. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I need to see how that Baratheon thing happens, bro, in real time.
Oh yeah,
That's the
we never
next
got to
thing that
get
need to
back on.
happen. Nope. I think that's the next one though.
Dang, that's gonna be major.
Yeah. I could be completely wrong though, but I feel like I heard that.
I mean, they coming for the crown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Undisclosed MVP in the making in the Baratheon household. So.
Yep. But let us know what y'all think on House of Dragon season 3 so far, and where y'all think is going. Chris, how you? What you geeked about? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as well. Join the conversation. A long episode today.
Oh, I'm geeked about the Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to go see that this weekend. Probably on Friday. There was also something else. Oh, I was gonna say I was geeked about the NBA Summer League, but the Wizards officially
Got him down.
shut down everybody. AJ DeBonce is officially he the
He
one.
consistent, bro. He consistent. 25, something like that. Like,
yeah,
that's tough.
So I don't know. I'm pretty hyped, and
Caleb Wilson went crazy too, though. His first game. But it's like he gonna be on the Bulls, so it's like
I feel like them 3 points was full gold, but it was going in. I gotta wait till regular season now to criticize 3-point shots. So
yeah, and what his role is even gonna be on the team.
It's got that
because that's the thing that sucks. Like with some of these players that be going crazy in the summer league, like the dude on the Cavs. I'm like, yo, he's not even gonna get to do none of this stuff when he actually get to play. Especially if LeBron end up on that team.
You talking about Malik Thomas or?
I think that's his name. Yeah. Thomas is his last name.
Yeah. He was a big time prospect. That's like, no, it's just exciting. I can't wait to see the Wizards actually play.
Yeah.
And I finished up Avatar again.
You watched the whole thing again?
I did. No, not
the live action. Live action. Okay.
And I will say, it was not as good a second time around.
Dang. Like watching the whole thing over again, or just
watching the whole thing over again. Aang definitely stuck out again.
Yeah,
just not hitting certain lines, and so did Azula's lines. They didn't hit the second time around. Like sometimes she was rambling a lot. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it was more like that the actress just didn't give off the Azula.
Devious.
Yeah. She wasn't horrible though, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely some lines were more like rambling. And I guess when I watched it the first time, I was more inclined to just kind of like listen to the rambling or like, oh, is this different from the show? Oh, this is a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the ending scenes weren't as bad as when I first watched it, where I was like, eh, that was okay. I did hate that the caves weren't as glowy.
Mm.
Uh, I don't know. Just a lot of minor details that I came back and saw a little bit more negative,
Mm-hmm.
and the more positive stuff was just kind of like, nah, I like they added that, but nothing really like stood out. Like, man, this was worth it. so
That's funny.
no,
Yeah.
that was cool. And I've been playing Hades. That game is great. Y'all need to watch
Yeah.
me play that.
Yep.
Um, I've been playing. I've been messing around with just the sword, bro, and it's just harder. It's
Yeah.
just harder. I think I'm just gonna switch it around because I be having good runs,
Mm-hmm.
but man, without like deflect or dashing right,
Yeah.
Hades is tough with the sword.
Yep.
I'm just taking too much damage. I even got to the point where I had like plus 2 every hit or whatever, and I had like 50 something life. I was still getting hit too hard.
Like
So
you too close. Too close to combat, bro.
yeah, it's just definitely a tougher skill with
Especially
those
early
roguelike
on.
games with a short weapon like that. So, but no, game looks beautiful. I can't wait to play some more,
Yeah.
and I have it on the Steam Deck, so it's a pretty cool little. Let me get a few
Well,
minutes in. And,
PS Vita
yeah. Okay.
or PSP.
But what you geeked about, G?
Uh, Moana. I went and saw Moana today. And I will say, bro, I think we're on to something when it comes to these live action movies versus TV shows, bro. I feel like that 1-to-1 ratio on movies, I like that way better than the TV show speed runs. And
Really?
yeah, even if it's different, because like even in the 1-to-1 movie joints, it's still a little different, but I feel like they just cut out all the fluff. Where it's like you just get the best parts of it. And uh it was singing, bruh. I was like, yo, this sounds so good. You know? And it's like, I also think just because they did it so early, because it's like how much longer is a rock gonna be brolic, bro?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know? So it's like we
He's
gotta
been
do
going
it now.
on like rules.
He for sure had a muscle suit on though, with the tattoos. But he like built like that though.
Mm.
Um but it was still cool to see the whole thing. In live action. And the thing that because I had made a video about it, talking about it, that separates the live action from the animation is like in animation, you focus a lot more on the facial expressions to communicate how you're supposed to be feeling, versus like with the live action jump, it's more subtle and a lot more body language, um, than just always be able to make a face, because they're also trying to mirror what's real and what's not at the same time. And I feel like that's why the a lot of times, like with even in shows like Avatar, that subtlety and body language gets lost because we don't really know, like, oh, this is like, because we know this is an important part, but we don't really know what we're supposed to be paying attention to. You end up just like listening to them talk, so it don't
True.
necessarily hit, but it hit whenever they fighting though, because it's like, no, that's a real person. Because like for Moana, it's just like a thought on just like Moana in general. It wasn't until I saw the live action where like I really saw the I think I said like the character aspect of like them having it's like being a self-discovery type of movie, especially like with Maui, because it was just like Maui just being like, he's just being a nut basically, like the whole movie. So like when it comes down to him to like apologize and like be all, you know, whatever, it wasn't until like I saw a real person in the movie where it's like, oh, now these lines are hitting different, because like I can like see like, oh, like now he's just a people pleaser. Like he just wanted to please people and it backfired. And like with Moana, she's like, she don't know who she is. Well, she know who she is in the inside, but she can't express it because of the position that she hold. And it's like, we supposed to be wayfinders, but it's like, nah, like supposed to stay on this island. That's what my daddy told me, you know? So it's like, you know, little stuff like that. And I feel like in the, you know, you could do a lot more stuff in the animation in like a shorter amount of time. So it's like, it just makes sense. It's just like more of it in there. And like the last thing, it's like the opening was great, like performance wise. But like in the opening of, cause I went and rewatched the opening of the regular joint, it's like you got a way bigger sense of her, like her desire to be on the ocean and being in the sailboat, because like she was just always trying to get on that boat and she was getting thwarted the whole time. Like her dad was just like, nope, 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 nope. Like, you know? So I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, that's something I appreciate about the differences, because you focus on different stuff. I think that's cool. But it has to be like a good original piece of media first. Like it can't be like holes in it. That's where it's like with a TV show, it'd be plot holes a lot of times. They get covered up later on, but because of the long runningness of the show, a lot of times you can like hide it in the middle of it. And it's just like you try and just hit the quick hitters and it don't always hit like that. You know, that's why the anime's adaptations be so like hit or miss. Because the core of the story is just like, can't get to all. Get the depth of what's actually happening. So, but long story long, Moana was dope. I'm also geeked about getting past the second boss in Hades. I don't know if I said that last week or not. But also beating the sisters, all three sisters. And then my first season of college football is officially done. We won 3 games, one more than I expected. But I know what was wrong. I didn't get fired. That was the main thing. I didn't get fired, so we get to play another season. But I realized what I was doing wrong in that joint, and now it's like I had to do all the math for the first time. And I'm like, okay, we gotta go crazy season 2, because now I know how to play the game, and I know it works, and it's probably gonna get patched by the time I play it again. But hey, we got a strategy, so I'm super excited about that. And yeah, like you said, Odyssey, Spider-Man, plenty of shows to watch too. Quarterback,
Yep.
and then what else? Just gotta catch up on a lot of stuff too. But it's gonna be good, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the video or the podcast. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you hadn't already, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Gotta be easy. What's the outro? See y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.
Blame it on the allergies.